Hey, welcome back to Finding Random Shit. No. Welcome back to Kingdom Hearts 3, where we're gonna go ahead and set on the Kingdom of Corona to get all of the treasure chests and lucky emblems in this series. So starting off with the Kingdom of Corona, the first treasure chest, and these might be slightly out of order as well, the first one is going to be right past the tower, or not past the tower, by the tower. There's going to be enemies right here. And your first treasure chest is going to be this, which will be, I didn't write it down, which is going to be the Mask Rosé. So that's the first one. And the only treasure chest in the tower area. Now, the second one yeah, these are all slightly out of order, so I could get number 9 technically next, but I'm going to try to stick to the numbered order as best as possible. We're just going to ignore everything. So, for the next quite a few treasure chests, these are going to be in the Forest Hill area. So, it's the Forest Hill, 3rd area, west. Or I could technically get the map and, you know. So it says 3rd. Actually, we will. We'll get the map. The map is actually number 7. This one is number 7. So straight from the cave. That's not the cave. That's the wrong cave. I've already lost the cave because I don't have the damn map. Straight from the cave up this area will be number 7 for map Forest 1 of 2. So if we go to that, down to the Kingdom of Corona, we got 1 and we've got 7. And technically, I can't, you know what, we're just going to get the ones in this area right now. So, next is actually going to be number 8. It's going to be a refocuser, and it's actually going to be to the, there's a small little pond here, and it's going to be right across the pond. So that was to the left as you're exiting the tower area. And I believe that should have been number 8. So yes, number 8 there. Now, number 9, right outside of leaving the area to the right, there's this cave. And you go into the cave, and this should be one of the little game things. These things are all enemies, of course. If you have your maxed out thunder, you go through them pretty easily. So, number 9, this should be the minigame Camping Out. And I believe that is really it for this small area of the forest. So just to show you, we should have 1, 7, 8, and 9. Which we do. Kind of labeled these weird. So it says 3rd area. I don't think this is the 3rd area. I don't think there's anything over here. This map was always a bit confusing. I did not care for this world, mainly because the enemies respawn way too often. So, to exit this area, out of the cave, past the little gummy guy, and up to kind of the left-ish. 3rd area. So number 2 is going to be the 3rd area, west by trees. I'm not sure what I really meant by 3rd area. I know it's after this. I think I might actually meant 2nd area. Yeah, because I think it's the save area. And that's going to be west. I don't think it's behind the log. This is actually going to be... This one will actually be number 6. For a potion. And if we go into the gummy phone... That should be number 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 4, and that's behind the log. Save point by the log. Yeah, see, there's a bunch of them in this area, and then there's the next area. Which is really weird, because number 5... Number 5 is actually going to be in this area as well. I'm sure there's enemies around here. It's right there, but from the lake, it's kind of south-southwest, right here. I really don't care for what that is. I don't know what it is. I'm sure it's a real fruit somewhere. So that's number 5. Now, when I did a slight lookup, because I was having trouble finding some of these, it said south of this pond. It's not a lake, it's a pond. They said south of this pond, which would be this way. It's actually over here. That's why I said south-southwest. And then, the next area, avoiding these creatures. So this is area 2. I'm gonna go past all these guys. You can stay and fight them if you want. They're good XP. I do not need to, because this version of the game is already beaten. So. It said after... Yeah, after the nobody. Get out of my way! Okay, this is where things are. So forest area to the west is number 2. So it should be over... This should be number 2. For the Elven Bandana. That's number 2. Number 3 is going to be in this area as well. And I've kind of screwed up my notes, so give me 1 second to re-verify. Number 3. Number 3 is after this area? Get out of my way! My apologies. So this is the nobody encounter. This should be number 3. So after the nobody encounter in this area to the right and up on this cliff here, as you saw me go, is number 3 for the wind fan or wild fan. Did it say wind or wild? As I show you, it's number 3, wind fan. Number 4 is kind of unavoidable to get with the story. Oh, am I entering the marsh area? Yeah, this is the marsh. I am sorry. Back this way. Back this way, and... I don't think it's in this area. I think it's one area back. Get caught on all the trees. It is one area back. Like I said, this one you will get just normally through story. This one is after you save the rabbits. Thank you, the almighty Keyblade Master, for getting bested by a rock. No one has your prowess. Nobody has your mastery of skill. So it should be in this area, although if you're coming into the area, it's to the left. If you're doing the way that we're doing it, it's to the right. And it's all the way to the left of the map. In this little alcove, you'll save the rabbits. Rapunzel will say, follow the rabbits. And this one is going to be here. And number 4 is the bronze amulet, as you already saw, probably, because I was daydreaming. Bronze amulet. The next stop off is the marsh. That's why I said some of these, the order on these are kind of whack. Whether or not you come across certain things progressively through the story, they should be labeled 1, 2, 3, 4, going in the order that the map would go. Whether or not you need to come back after certain time periods. But I'm babbling, so I'll meet you at the marsh entrance. Okay, so we're back at it. There's only about 1, 2, 3 in the marsh area. So starters, starting from the save point, go to the left. Follow the path left. I'm going to avoid enemies and whatnot. And it's actually going to be, they call this, or is it this one? No, it's this one. They call this a boulder. I call it a hill. But behind it, behind this tree, good for you, Goofy, is going to be the map for the area. So forest number 2. So that's the first one out of the marsh. The second one is going to be pretty much at the end of the marsh. So you travel towards the end of the marsh, and it says by this area. So the end of the marsh by the black bean, I'm calling it, because it looks like a bean. This one should be Shadow Amulet? No, Potion, I'm sorry. No, and I read the wrong one too, so the next one is the Shadow Amulet. So back by the save point. We'll run back there real quick. I'm surprised I haven't gotten stopped by tree branches. Shh, game, it's okay. It's okay. So the save point should be around here. There it is. So again to the left. And since I have glide, I'm going to use glide. Then it's this small swimming alcove area. So you'll go in here and then Sora will start swimming. Instead of going around it that way, go in towards the back here. And this should be the Shadow Amulet. Oh no, anklet, not amulet. Well, I wrote that down wrong. Next stop, we're going to be at the wetlands, so I'll meet you all there. Okay, I'm sorry. Actually, before the wetlands, as you come out of the marsh area, into... So here's where you come out of the marsh area. And then you can wall run up all this junk. Can't get up here. However, the next area over here that you can wall up, run up, is going to be this. This one should actually be number 19 for Damascus. And I'll show you. It's because each set is 8, so 8, 16, 17, 18, 19. For some reason has you get before this. This is why the order is all jacked up. But next should be the wetlands. Are we on number 13? 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Okay. I do not believe there's anything in the campsite. No, wait, I take that back. There is something going into it. I forget which one this is. Excuse me while I look 1 second. Oh, not the short clearing. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Oh, this one should be number 18. Campsite into the wetlands to the left, which is... Oh, I'm already on the path. I'm sorry. This is going to be an ether for number 18. Allow me to show you. So number 18, ether. All right, and then coming out into the the wetlands. Did I say the wetlands? The wetlands. I know I've kind of just screwed up the whole order here, but I think regain my footing. That's the cave. We don't want to go in there yet. Is this one? I think this might be one of the spots where you and Rapunzel glide over. Or it could be here. I'm kind of just roaming around at this point now. I've lost it. Nope. Okay, so here's one of them. And then you'll, like, swing over here. Or is it you swing over? Nope, you swing to here. I know where the next one is. It's just trying to guide everyone to it.
Hey, Sora, this looks like a good place for one of your swan dives.
Okay, since Goofy mentioned it, once you... I don't know from this angle, though. Oh, no, yeah. Yep. So this one's actually going to be number 14. So from this height that you can get to normally, as I almost screw that up, there is a giant rock there. It just blinked if you can see it. You'll jump down towards it because you have to smash it.
Back off.
And it is going to be a secret treasure chest.
Yeah.
And this one, I think, is a game? Or is it arrow cuff? The arrow cuffs, because, you know, we're fancy as hell here. The next one, I cannot do anything until I beat these guys. I'm sorry. Hold on. Okay. So, let's see if I can find the proper way. This a wall? That's not a wall run area, but you can jump up there if you have this. Going up this... Oh, okay. So, there's the next one, technically. So, once you defeat... I thought it was the extra boss. You're supposed to defeat an, like a mini-type boss. And then... come out of here, but this is the cave. No! So, as you saw... this is either the entrance to the cave or the exit to the cave. You come over to these, the wall-running rocks. And this one will be defense belt. And let me just verify which one that will actually be. The defense belt was actually after the arrow cuff. So that's actually number 15. Okay. That's this is after the second Rapunzel swing, and then right by the climbing walls. Number 13 is at the top after the mini boss. So let's see if I can find the mini boss. I think it's actually over here. I thought it was. I could be wrong. No, this is the exit of the cave. So once you're in the cave, there's a giant wall running thing up here. So you can get to this by normal jumping. And this one is going to be another Damascus, which will be... which is going to be number 16. So right now we're just missing 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Well, now, right now we're just missing number 13. If I could actually ever find the area. How ironic, a guide to find things that I can't find. It's not ironic, that's just who I am. So this is one of the swinging events. Not sure why there's a path up here. So this is where... oh, okay, yep. So here's the mini-boss. I think it'll actually spawn. I call him a mini-boss. Oh, no, he won't. Okay, so this is where you first fight, the horse train thing, and there's, 3 of them that you have to defeat. And that's all part of the story natural, so you have to come this way. So you run up this wall, and I don't know if you can actually get it before getting double jump. So you'll have to double jump up to here to get it. And this is going to be number 13 for Mage's Earring. Yep. So let me see if I screwed up the order so bad. I screwed up my writing. I don't even have number 17 on here. I am such a dumbass. That's okay. I have a backup method to find out which one it is. We'll just go down to number 17. Number 17 is going to be inside the cave. There are going to be enemies in there, so beware. I'm just going to fly over there because I can see the one of the entrances from here. So once you get into this area, you can just run up. Not this wall. This wall. And then there's going to be enemies in here. Actually, from that wall, you can just go straight over here. Run along the ledge, and this should be a mithril stone. Mithril stone! I can't believe I screwed up my math that bad. But go figure. Public school education, hard at work. Alright, so going back to the exit area, which is this. And let's see where we're currently sitting at. So 16, 17, 18, and 19. And we're actually going to be able to pick up 21 and 22 first, because that order is all messed up as well. Because for some reason it doesn't think you're smart enough to be able to find anything here. So, this is the save point for the wildflower. So from here you'll go back up this area. Thought it was up this area. Because there's that one. It should be over here. I didn't screw it up that badly. Oh, is it up and around? I'm sorry, it's up and around. I'll go back. From the save point, directly to the left, up and around. I knew it! And then as you saw, going directly across to the north side of this will be a giant treasure chest up top here. This should be... is this a game? Yep, Wayward Canary? Wayward Canary. The Wayward Canary. And then from here, you can run over to the wildflower area. And the next one's going to be on the shoreline, so there's actually nothing in this area, which is rather disappointing, since there's all these cliff edges. They could have put one at each end of the cliff edge instead of some of the random spots they put them in here. Because they weren't necessarily clever spots. So I'm not sure what they were thinking. There's only one area you can go through here. It's just this way. And there's no enemies, so I'm going to be gliding. I think it's a little bit faster. So in this first clearing area, to your right, is going to be number 19. And number 19 should be an AP boost. So just to show you, we should be all caught up now. So 19 is the AP boost, 20 is high ether, and 21... No, that should be 22. Yep, 22. I don't know what I'm thinking. Number 20 was the AP boost. I'm an idiot. You get my point, though. Next, we're going to the kingdom. Which, again, these are slightly out of order, but I'm going to run to the in-order ones. I'm sorry. The last of them are in the kingdom. This should go by rather quickly. So shooting past this one, even though there's clearly one right there, to the right of the painting, here, everyone here is going to be blocking it. So in order to get them to move, spin on the barrels. Pardon me. That will get them to trigger to move for a magic boost. Going back towards the entrance, you'll kind of actually have to do the same thing. So the one that we passed here that everyone's blocking, triangle, spin on the barrel. They pay to see it, and this should be number 24 for Carnival Kid. Or the Carnival Kid, I think. Everything has the in it. Okay, so starting from the entrance, if you're coming from it, it's to your left. If you're facing towards it, it's to the right. Before the stairs, this should be number 25 for an ether. Down the stairs, towards the first dock. We're not on that yet, Sora. They call it the, what? But anyway. This treasure chest will have an extended item menu to make. Then, going from the pier towards this small tower, it's so adorable. On the top of it is going to be a treasure chest. And the last and final one is going to be towards the lighthouse. So you just go straight here. Fish. We're having to fish for dinner because you're on a pier. Come on now. So it's going to be, you got to destroy all these like in Twilight Town. The last one is a high potion. So, just to... Those boxes are indestructible. They're gods. Just to show you, we should be all done with the Kingdom of Corona. And we are. 28 of 28. Allow me a small moment to reset, and we will start on... the Lucky Emblems. Give me one moment. Alright, starting with the Lucky Emblems, at the tower area, you're going to want to climb the tower. We're not going to bother with the enemies. Sometimes it's hard to get up here, so...
Let's see.
Activate the camera from here. Oops. And at the back end of the tower, in this rock formation, you'll be able to see it. So that's number 1. Number 2 is going to be in the swamp area, so I will meet everyone there. Okay, and from here, from the save point, you're going to want to stay to the right this time of the swamp. All the treasures were mostly on the left. I'm going to ignore the enemies until I have to deal with them. So to the right, back the fuck up, man. Back the fuck up. to your right, there should be eventually a small little alcove. This is why this area is annoying. So sticking to the right, there's a small little cove here. And this is where you get the second emblem, with the light shining off of the rocks. Goofy, I've already taken the picture. I'm sorry, hun. From here, we're going to want to go to the wetlands, back to the mining cave. Wow. I'm going to meet everyone there after that crap. After that, I'm going to meet everyone there. Excuse me. Okay, so I'm here in the cave. I'm assuming you know how to get into there since we kind of foobarred through it during the treasure chest area. So from here, it's going to be down on the ground. I've gone ahead and defeated all of the enemies. And then over to the east area of the map, there's this barrel that you can see, and it has the Mickey symbol on it. And that's it for outside of the kingdom. Right now is, and then after this is going to be all by the kingdom, so I'm going to meet everyone by the shoreline. Okay, so starting here on the shoreline going into the city, our first one's actually going to be right before the city, to the right of the path here, on the stone artwork here. Next, we're gonna have to go into the city. And then we'll kind of curve around. These do actually follow some form of order. It's very nice. Okay, so going from here, before we get to the painting, it's going to be right to the... Relax, Goofy. To the left of this archway. With this guy just randomly kind of drunken in the area. That's going to be number 5, I believe. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, the next one is not in this area. It's going down this hall. Almost past it. That was actually a lot sooner than I thought. It's on this big wooden door right past here. And they're talking shit about our guy. The next one is actually going to be on that small mid-tower. So coming down this area on this mid-tower, going around the right side of it is going to be on the door here. So we'll capture that. And then following this back around towards the stairs of the entrance, that one of the ways down here, beat me to it, it can be this pile of wood here, stacked up rather conveniently. And at 40, you will get a strength boost. The last one for this area is going to be, you guessed it, by the lighthouse. How'd these kids get up here? So traveling up the lighthouse, not the White House, you kind of have to jump over it. It's going to be in here where they usually light it or keep it lit. So we'll do that, and that should be it for the Kingdom of Corona. So let's take a look. We've already checked over the treasures, and that's all of them. So as always, we'll recap by the tower, in the marshes to the right, in the mine on the barrel, entrance to the kingdom, the archway before you get to the painting of the king, queen, and daughter, the door going down towards the wharf, the middle tower in the wharf, the pile of boxes by the other entrance to the wharf or exit going out of town, and on top of the lighthouse. Okay, well that's it for this one. I'm gonna get this edited and out real quick. Should be out by today. Today is Friday. If not, early Saturday. And we'll see you all on some Monday for some Tekken, and then for some more videos on this. Alright, everyone. We'll catch you later.